Morning guys, starting off Vlogmas day 20, very sleepy face right now. I already have my Dunkin' Donuts. I'm about to edit a little bit, upload, get in the shower, get ready and go to work. I'm trying to get better at vlogging lately, but I apologize. So, yesterday was my day off and I did music stuff, and then I ended up scrubbing out my shower and cleaning it, and it's so nice and clean now, and I'm really happy about that. So that's awesome, because Christmas night I'm gonna have a brother, possibly two out of the three brothers, sleep over, and my cousin sleep over. So I'm trying to clean stuff now so that I'm not scrambling at the last minute. But I still will be scrambling at the last minute because it always happens no matter what. But I don't know what I'm trying to say. Oh, I'm cleaning now also because I work every day, even Christmas Eve, so I'm not gonna have much time. Still need to get gifts. I only got a couple things so far, and I'm kind of like, ah. But we'll do it all last minute, and you guys will witness it.
And he's jealous.
What's up, guys?
That's
so guess what?
The only way a heart
my
can
SD
not
card
celebrate
for my
someone's
camera
success.
broke. So here I am doing a sit-down part. Don't mind my messy table. You guys know my apartment's pretty unorganized.
Dumb.
I'm just here watching Shane,
Video,
his part 3,
Ooh.
eating Star Wars popcorn.
Personal. When you call someone dumb, it is like, it just gets my blood boiling.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and now it's going to be the end of the vlog. I'm going to record a little sit-down part because I have to get a new memory card now for my camera because it's broken, so that sucks. So I'm probably going to be using this and my phone maybe until I can get another one. Or I'll just go grab one real quick. I don't know. I still have to buy Christmas gifts, so just one more thing I have to spend money on right now. But anyways, I am on Reddit and I'm looking at a Reddit thread about Krampus, and it's a Krampus story called Save Me from Christmas, and it was by Joey Hall, and it's on the Short Scary Stories thread. And I'm hiding under the stairs in my home because my idiot uncle invoked the spirit of Krampus. Oh god, another Krampus story. Yeah, I know. I've heard too many Krampus stories, to be honest. Like, I've heard a couple, but I haven't really heard, like, tons of them. But there's something stomping around the house. I'm stuck in a cabinet like Harry Potter, writing this on my phone with the brightness setting all the way down. Creepy. I don't even know how he managed it. I mean, one second it was racist politics, the next demon, beast, goat, monster breaking down the door, and everyone screaming. I think there were some little minion kids too, but with the way the gravy and duck were flying through the air and broken door bits, one can't really be sure. Ooh. The maniacal cackling makes me think I definitely saw evil helpers, though. Aunt Brenda made it to the bathroom, and she was screeching about 911. I almost said 9/11. I've been watching a lot of 9/11 related videos, so I'm like, when I see 911, I kind of think 9/11, which is horrible. Cell phone in her grip, so maybe help is coming. Maybe she managed it. So, is there like a connection between 911 and 9/11? Conspiracy theory? Shit, I'm not breathing. Something is just outside the door. Oh, it's like that part in Jason where you have to hold your breath while you're in the closet so he doesn't hear you. Learn from our mistake. Whatever you do, don't talk politics at the Christmas table this year. Krampus will get ya, and then it's a bunch of gibberish frickin' words and letters, like, for a few lines, so I guess Krampus got her because she talked about politics at the Christmas table. Lesson learned. You know, talking about politics, and it's probably going to be hard, seeing as how the things in politics have changed. It's going to be a little bit lengthy, but we're going to get through it. I'm going to try to get through this. As I am a Balkan guy living in Austria, the tradition of Krampus is not new for me. We have I'm probably gonna correct some of the words because he said, I don't know, we got. We have similar traditions in Croatia, Serbia, Bulgaria, Hungary, and most other countries on the Balkan Peninsula. But here in Austria, the Krampus shows and parades get pretty violent. Not as bad as approximately 10 to 15 years ago, but still pretty tough in some nowadays rare cases. So, inspired by the southern neighbors, pyrotechnics are pretty common at Krampus shows and parades. It seems some groups spend more of their time and money into great pyro shows than into their wooden, hand-carved, and all-unique masks. Interesting. This happened 2014. On the 2nd of December, in my village, there was a very large Krampus parade. The route, unfortunately, directed crossed my working place in a restaurant. It was about 8 p.m. and our restaurant was filled with guests, mostly kids, with their parents. I was in the office calculating my order for our supplier when I heard children screaming in fear. So I immediately rushed to the bar counter and saw three Krampus with horrible masks surrounding two small Turkish children. So 3 of these crazy Krampus people. Well, as a foreigner living in this country, I know that most people in rural areas don't really like foreigners. I don't know. I don't speak for the majority, but I don't mind I feel like everyone has a right to live in this country if they're here with good intentions. So, I don't know. I'm not one of those people, but I don't speak for the community because, I've seen both ends of the spectrum. And those kids were obviously both, and one of the devil's minions, his mask looked furiously angry with long teeth and long tongue sticking out, as well as large Capricorn horns, held a trident with some kind of Bengal fire attached to it. What filled the whole guest room with smoke and sulfuric smell. I knew this smell very well. Just the way that it's worded is making me laugh, sorry. Very well from the football stadium. He wore thick black fur. On his waist there was a heavy iron chain worn as a belt. The others had scary masks too, but the one with the Capricorn horns was clearly the scariest. Plus the alpha of the group, all Krampuses, also have large cowbells attached to somewhere on their costume, and since a few years, above the eye holes, they have small red or blue LEDs for a glowing eyes effect. I felt like there was just a bug that flew by, but I don't know. That's pretty cool. They just dress up all brutal for Krampus and scare people. That's like turning Christmas into Halloween, which I guess is, I don't know, that sounds fun to me, not scary. It probably is scary, but if you're one of them, is it as scary? I looked back into the kitchen and called for Demir and Flamor. I'm horrible at pronouncing that, I'm so sorry. 2 cooks, muscular built and in the same kickboxing club as me, to come and help de-escalate the situation. They nearly instantly showed up through the door, and without explanation they knew why I called for them. We grouped up at the bar where 2 female service employees crouched on the floor, made our way around the corner and approached the scene. Many people, even grown men, just stood beside and watched. Bystander effect. As the 3 devils surrounded the children, who I later found out was her mother, was standing a few meters behind, shouting and crying at the men with the masks. This is terrifying, you guys. I grabbed the alpha on his shoulder, totally forgetting that I shat my pants. Chance pooped his pants. Sorry, that was a drama alert joke. Maybe somebody understands me out there. Well, that I shat my pants when I saw them as a kid and pulled him back half a meter. My friend grabbed his trident. That's awesome, he's using a trident. And blocked one of his friends. What made the third one back up, the alpha, started to scream below his heavy mask and used swear words, and I could smell the alcohol through the holes in the wooden carved face. He tried to push me back, but my friend held his other arm and we pulled him to the exit where the parade was still passing by. His friends rushed outside. On their way, grabbed their alpha and pulled him into the mob of devils that was moving past our restaurant. Well, in Austria, Krampuses need to wear an identification number to minimize the chance of assaults on people, but all three of them had none. While my friends went back inside to open all the windows, that fucking smoke burnt in your eyes and throat when the fire is used inside a closed room. What? Where did this fire come from? This wasn't even... I went into the parade to find some kind of responsible person or police officer I could talk to. After a few minutes, with the help of the two girls dressed up as... they spelled it angles. Dressed up as two angles. They were part of the parade. Whenever I see people misspell angels as angles, I just think of people, like, literally dressed up as, like, a, I don't know, like a 75-degree angle or 50-degree angle, whatever. Oh, that's so dumb. Anyways. And it was really necessary for him to tell us that they were dressed up as angles. Like, really, dude? Of course you would, like, remember that, you freaking creep! They were part of the parade. I found the vice mayor of our village and told him what happened. Unfortunately, many devils has, I think they meant to put the word has there, have large Capricorn horns, as they were a trend at the moment, and my description fit on too many devils that, and as we later found out, the following 2 years. Oh, they were a trend. They're a trend in my band, too. You should see my vocalist. She has some awesome horns. She would be... I told her she should be Krampus, like, for real. She should just be... If we were playing, like, a Christmas show and she was Krampus, that would be so awesome. So if anyone talks about politics at the Christmas table, she just comes in and puts an end to it. After filing a police report, I went back to our restaurant and ended my shift as usual. When I finished, as always, I left as the last one. I went outside and locked the door, lit a cigarette, and walked to my car a few corners away. I thought I heard the faint sound of cowbells in the distance. More cowbell! Psh, psh. It's because they're still jamming. On the left side of the street, there are buildings. On the other side, there is a field bordering a forest. I moved on to my car when I heard the sound of multiple cowbells not far away. That time, I froze again and concentrated on every sound I could hear. And then Christopher Walken pops up. No. Oh. Cowbells. That's all I think is more cowbell. Somewhere near me, a cat hissed and searched through a trash can. At least I assumed that. I could hear a train passing the town and other usual night sounds. When I reached my car and pushed the button on my key, I clearly heard cowbells behind me. Oh, shit. Oh. Behind me, there was only the dark forest. I stared, frozen, but could see nothing. I turned and opened my car door when suddenly a loud growl came from the forest, and I saw 2 dim red lights at the first tree line. Then 4, then 6, then 8, then 10. I squinted at the trees to make out some details, and after a few seconds, there was no doubt that dark figures with glowing eyes walked out of the thicket into the field. I turned around and hopped into my car, put in the reverse gear, and started the engine. Wow, wouldn't you want to, like, do it the other way around? He probably meant that the other way around. I turned around and hopped into my... Oh, I just read that. Rushed backwards onto the street and drove the fuck out of there. I've never been home so fast. At least 5 devils stood in the forest trying to scare me. Or wasn't it aimed at me? I will probably never find out, but after the incident in the restaurant, I doubt that it was coincidentally me they scared. Huh. It was probably you because they saw how terrified you were. But I don't know, maybe they were just like camping out in the forest being weirdos on Krampus Day. I don't know, man. I didn't know people celebrated Krampus like that brutally, but that kind of sounds crazy and awesome in a way, but I would probably die. I don't know. But like I said, if you're one of them, maybe not. Maybe you'd make some cool, brutal friends that have bands that you can come back and play shows with. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. I'm gonna go. Day 20 is officially over. It's literally 11:52 p.m. so good timing for me. And I don't know what I'm gonna do about tomorrow's Vlogmas because I'm either gonna have to use my phone, go find a frickin' memory card, or just do like this sit down stuff. Let me know what you think. Bye. Love you guys.